Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I am going to make a very unusual quilt. And what's really unique about this quilt is it's just not blocks put together to make a pattern. It is pieces that are put together to make a quilt. It makes a ballerina. Now, this quilt is from Jennifer Long, and she has a whole series of these quilts called Sew a Story. So it's just not a ballerina. You can get policemen, firemen, hockey players, baseball players, all sorts of characters. And the idea is when the child cuddles under these quilts, they become this character. I do hope you stay tuned, and I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tips to make this along the way. The quilt I'm going to make today is called Be a Ballerina. She has a whole series of these quilts, so this is just an example of what she has. So I'm going to be doing the ballerina. Now these are large quilts. They're 60 inches by 72, and that way they can go on the bed and the children can cuddle underneath them. Now I am not using the fabrics that she has recommended. I'm going to choose my own fabrics. And the fabrics I've chosen are also from Riley Blake, and it is their sparkler line. So when you look at these fabrics, they have these little sparkly gold spots and some hearts. For the body, I have just chosen a very simple, soft pink. Now, because I did not use the fabric she's recommended, I'm going to have to really keep myself organized. I will still be able to use the amounts of fabric. I'm just changing the colors. So to keep myself organized as I'm cutting, I am going to cut out all of these colors in strips. Then I'm going to match those colors that she has with the colors that I want. So I have my fabrics matching. Now I'm going to be able to go in and cut them. And when I do, I'm going to take each one of these pieces and put them right with the piece that I did cut. So each of my fabrics are going to look like this when I'm done cutting. I will have that little piece of paper attached. And I did put a mark on the leftover fabric, and that way I can refer back to that. Now that all my pieces are cut, I'm going to bring all of them to the machine and sew them. I'm going to be able to follow the step-by-step directions, and it's going to be easy for me to identify what pieces I need. Now I am going to set up my sewing area in a U shape, and that way I can stitch and do everything that I want right at the machine. And I will not be ironing any of these. I'm going to use a roller to iron those seams flat. And these are actually just designed so that you can roll the seams instead of pressing the seams. And because there's no heat, I have no chance of stretching any of my fabrics. So let me show you my setup, and then we can get sewing. So this is how I like to set up my area when I'm doing this type of construction. So I'll be able to sit at my machine, and I'm going to be able to cut and press right here. On the other side of the machine, I have just a portable table, and I have all of my stacks of fabric right here. Now these are all labeled, so it's going to be very easy for me to grab them. I am going to put that last row, which are the tulips, aside and do them after I have done the main body of the quilt. I do have a little book easel so that I can put my pattern here so I can follow it, and everything is going to be right here. So from here, I'm just going to be able to sit and swivel and do what I need to do and sew those pieces together. As we follow those directions step by step, we're going to be taking small pieces, large pieces, and put them together. We're going to end up with these big units. So we have the body, the curtains, her little ballet shoes, and then from there we're going to be able to sew those all together. And you can see where we have some really nice big pieces. Once we have the ballerina done, we're going to be able to do the tulip block and then put it all together. Now, I do like to sew with as little pins as possible, but I do need some pins at the bottom of my stitching to keep those edges all together. So I use a 2-pin method. When I match up those seams, I do want to have the side with all of those seams up front. And that way, as I'm stitching over, I can make sure I can hold them down so I'm not folding over those edges. I'm going to be stitching starting here and coming down to this bottom. So for the bottom here, this is where I need 2 pins. I'm going to match up those corners, and I'm going to put 1 pin going about a 1/2 inch right from that bottom. So the pin is coming this way with the head towards the outside. The next pin is a little bit different. It's going to come up from the bottom. And that pin I'm going to weave in up about that inch. So that is how the 2 pins are going to look. Now I can go right to the machine and stitch without any more pins. I'm going to match it up so that the edges match and just stitch about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch. So I have the top anchored down and I have my bottom anchored together. And I'm going to just start sewing. When I get to an area where I'm able to have that entire block flat, I'm going to use that black pin, and that is where my tension's going to come in. So I am going to hold that little pin. You can hold it with your fingers, and you can see where I can give it some tension. I can ease up a little bit if I need to. I could smooth down a little bit if I need to. And my hand can do a lot of work just keeping everything in the right direction. And by having the seams on the top, I'm going to make sure they're stitched the way I want them to be stitched. Now when I come close to that black pin, I'm going to remove it. I don't need the tension anymore. But what I do want is I want to keep this little point straight as I'm stitching. A lot of times that point will want to get tucked in, so you're stitching coming off. It doesn't maintain that 1/4 inch. The feed dogs want to sort of scooch it a little bit. So this is where that second pin comes in. So I'm going to stitch until I get to the point of that pin. I hold that pin tight against the bed of the machine and start stitching. And even without another hand, that is going to stay straight. And you can see that pin is still right there. So I now have a perfect 1/4 inch, and the stitching didn't come off to the side. I'm going to be able to finish my tulip border, and then I'm going to be able to put all of those big units together. So my Be a Ballerina quilt top is now done. It was a lot of fun to put together. It's just like puzzle pieces going together. And when you're done, you get this nice big quilt. Now, if you don't have a ballerina in your life, there are definitely a lot of other characters you can get. Mermaids, policemen, sports heroes, all of them under that Sew a Story line. The fabric from Riley Blake called Sparkler really was the perfect fabric for this, and I'm going to love quilting it. I'll put some links in the description so that you can check it out. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.